Hello everybody. I have decided to just create some supplemental material, starting with finding determinants. So this is something you guys learned in your instructional video or in class, depending on what year it is. I'm making this during the pandemic of 2020. And I just wanted to give you guys an extra example, finding the determinants. This is from your notes. It's the try on your own section. And if you hear some extra cooing in the background, that is because I am here with my little buddy. Say hi. Say hi. Give us a smile. Give us a smile, Dean. Hi. Hi. All right, not really a smile, but that's my math buddy right now. So if you hear some extra noises, it's him. Okay, enough of the baby time. Here we go. Using diagonals is my favorite way. So this is what you guys just learned from your video. What we're gonna do, there's a smile after I put the camera away, you cutie. I'm gonna take my first two columns and I'm going to copy them outside of the determinant. 3, -1, -2, and then 2, 0, and then 4. So what you're gonna do to find the value of the determinant, you may be wondering, why do I care about the value of this thing called the determinant? It's actually going to help us solve systems of equations in different ways. That's the whole purpose of this unit. It's just solving systems using matrices, and in order to solve a system using a matrix, you're going to need to know this magical number, the determinant. It's just part of the formula, okay? So if you guys see in orange, I highlighted the 3 diagonals. I'm going to multiply these numbers together. So starting with 3 times 0 times -3, that's 0. We're going to add it to the next product of the next diagonal. So 2 times 5 is 10 times -2 will give me -20. If you hear me punching in the calculator, don't judge. I've been on maternity leave for a few months, and, you know, mental math's not my thing. -4 times -1, I think I can do that. That's 4 times 4 is 16. And then let's add all these numbers up. 0 plus -20 plus 16 is -4, okay? So I'm going to pause there, and now I'm going to repeat this process going up, making diagonals. So starting with this -2, okay? So -2 times 0 times -4 is still going to give me 0. I'm going to add that to the next diagonal. Okay, that's 4 times 5 is 20 times 3 is 60. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. All right, so now I have these two numbers, -4 and 66. You have to start with this bottom number, so I always think bottoms up. I'm going to take -4 minus the top number. Okay, that's the formula. It's the bottom number minus the top number. -4 minus 66 is -70, and that's the value of the determinant. So I'm looking for a numerical value. Okay, that's using diagonals. That is the method you are going to use the most. I'm going to be honest with you guys, the only time that we make you guys use the minors method is on one problem on the assessment. Just show the work using minors. The minors method is very strange. It has to do with this sign chart. So that's why the sign chart is the reason why I prefer the diagonals, because I forget about the sign chart sometimes. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to choose one row or column. I would choose one that has a 0 in it. So I'm going to choose, and this is a random choice. I could choose any of them, but I like to choose one with a 0. It makes the math a little bit easier. I'm choosing this column, or this row right here. Before I do anything, I'm going to use that sign chart to change the signs. So the sign chart for the second row goes negative, positive, negative. What that means, it doesn't mean that this number has to be negative. It means change the sign of that number, negate it. Okay, so I'm going to negate the first number. The second number can stay, and negate the third number. Okay, so next what we're going to do is take the first number, put it right here, write it down, +1, we changed the sign. Okay, and I'm going to multiply that by what's called the minor of that number. To find the minor of the number, you eliminate the column that it's in and the row that it's in, and then there's 4 numbers left. that's the minor. 2, -4, 4, -3. Okay, now you guys learned how to find a 2 by 2 determinant, which is like nice and easy. So we do this diagonal going down, so that's -6 minus the diagonal going up, -16. Okay, that's going to give me what? 10. Okay, so that was my first minor. Bless you. I'm going to erase and move on to the second one, which is going to be nice and easy because it's 0. So think about it. I don't even need to find this minor because whatever it is, I'm going to multiply. Oh, do you know what, you guys? I forgot one step. This is my bad. It doesn't really matter. I am supposed to multiply 1 times this, which is 10. Okay, so that was my bad. But the reason I forgot to do it is because it's just a 1. So in my brain, I just skipped that step. If it was a 2, I would have probably remembered to do it. Okay, speaking of that, and that's what this reminded me of, this 0 is going to be multiplied by whatever this number is. And so it doesn't matter what that number is because 0 times anything is going to be 0. Last but not least, let's pick a different color, green. We have the -5. So plus -5 times its minor. So its minor, get rid of the row and column, and it's 3, 2, -2, 4. 3, 2, -2, and 4. Okay, cross multiply. 12 minus -4. Okay, so that's 16. Okay, so 16. And then don't forget, the part I almost forgot before, times -5 is -80. Okay, so now we have 10 plus 0 plus -80, which is -70. And that is the value of the determinant. Notice that this was the same matrix and that I got the same number. So you can use either method and you should get the same thing. All right, so that is my video on finding determinants using diagonals